Welcome back to another video here on the channel. This is the second race of the doubleheader weekend we had with D1. I was not prepared for this race, which led to me not sleeping well before the race and being sleep deprived for it. So I make a lot of stupid mistakes, and I am not crazy joyful and happy during this race. So I'm kind of mad at people during this entire race, but it's a voiceover, so you're not going to hear any of it, luckily, because I'm not very happy in this race. I don't have a lot of energy. But if you guys do enjoy this video, like, subscribe, do all that, and let's get into this video. So I get to start on the outside, which I really wanted to here at Rockingham, because if you know anything about the Rock, there is an outside lane, especially in this game. Everybody other than me kind of jumps the start there. I'm trying to swerve a little bit to try and gain some speed, but it was me and the 18 starting up front. The 16 is going to come back later in this race, but he is on mobile. He's the only person on mobile. We'll get back to that later in the race. Right now, we're focusing on the very beginning of this race. I'm coming off of a third place, which I thought I could have actually won the day before. Now I'm making a move on the 20 and the 18 to try and get to this lead. But I still have the race the day before in the back of my mind. I want to win this race because I felt like I should have the day before. So I'm kind of being a little aggressive, and because I was sleep deprived, I kind of don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to kind of ride along, make sure I know what I'm doing, and seeing what everyone else is doing. So I'm get behind my teammate, the 41, who's actually my team owner in D1, and I'm just trying to ride behind him, try and move up the pack. We get to the side of the inside of the 17, but again at Rockingham, that middle slash outside lane is really nice. I get a bump from the 20, which helps me a lot. I actually am able. I could have cleared the 41 there, but I decided not to because I was thought it would be really risky. But I do eventually get past this 41, and the 17 runs up the track into him. So now I'm just kind of sitting in second by myself. They don't get super close to me. So now we jump a couple laps to lap 6. The 20 is basically bump drafting me into turn 3. He goes to the inside, gets to the side of me. 41 keeps going with them. I'm on the outside. I can't do much because they have a good run on the inside. So the 20 gets past me. Now the 41 is on the inside. I'm trying to see what's going on. The 20 slides up the track, so I cross over, make it 3 wide, but I put him in the wall on accident. And then I'm trying to get behind the 41 to try and bump him into the corner, but it doesn't work very well. So I'm kind of stuck on the outside of him, which I don't really want because I see the 11 and 17 forming up behind me. So I get behind the 41. I actually bump him and I get to the inside of him. And this works out the best because everyone behind the 41 just piles into the corner. So now I'm right behind this 18 car. The 17 and 11 are 3 wide with the 41, but they sorted out. The 41 crosses over, is able to get to me, pushes me, and now I'm side by side with the 18 who I had that battle with at Phoenix. The 16 sends it on everyone, but actually gives me a bump through the corner, and this helps me a lot. The 17 eventually gives him a good bump and actually gets him clear. They go 4 wide in the very back. This doesn't help me a lot. Then we go 4 wide again, but I'm in one of the middle ones. The 11 and 7, I'm squished in between both of them. Iron, if you're watching this, I really didn't mean to do anything. I was just driving straight. I couldn't do anything. But now I'm just kind of stuck here with the 17 in P4. He's in P5. We have to go and run down this pack now. But they're battling up there. The 20 gets into the wall, but they sort it out. So now we skip ahead a couple laps here to lap 12. We catch up. I'm behind the 16 now. And I'm trying to just see what their lines are, see what they're doing. The 20 checks up and gets into this 16 there, so I'm able to pass on the outside. I'm not clear of him, but I'm pretty confident I can get past him here. I see he sends it, so I hit the brakes and cross him over really nicely. And then I have a huge run out of the corner I was not expecting. So I'm right behind the 20. I'm trying to see. I thought he was going to slide up the track for a moment, but he stomps on the brakes and goes inside. So I stay on the outside. I know he's not going to have a good run, so I rocket out of the corner on that outside lane. I'm back up to P2. So now I'm focused on this 18 car. This 18 car has been leading pretty much this entire race. The 20 and 16 both get a run on me. They both bump into the back of me. But I'm just trying to kind of defend, but at the same time run a really fast lap time to try and catch up to this 18. But the 16 and 20 are both getting good runs out of the corner. 16 actually gets to the inside of me here, and I have to hope he doesn't slide up the track. He slides up a tiny bit, but not enough to like get close to me and get a problem. He actually gets a push from the 20 and gets to the very inside of the 18. So now they're all fighting again. I move it to the inside of the 20. I almost get to the 16. I actually touch him, but I can't get to him. But I do clear this 18, who has been dominating this race so far. And I know I can get past this 16. I was running faster than him through practices, practice races, even throughout this current race. I've been outpacing him, making better moves. I get him to go super defensive so that he's going slow and then eventually slides up the track. I give him a little tap, get to the inside, but here I make a really stupid mistake and my sleep deprived mentality makes me jump out of the car. So that's the stupid mistake that happens. This is the only caution of the race. So I tell myself I'm just going to go to the back. I caused the caution. Stupid mistake. So now we go. Literally everyone is jumping the start here, but since everyone's doing it, that they don't give any penalties. But it kind of ruined the 18's race at this point in time, but in the long run he gets back up front towards the front of the pack. But now I'm just trying to race back up to the front of the pack. The 11 got an amazing start. I'm trying to get past this 20 or whoever's in front of me. I actually meet up with the 41 again. I'm trying to see if I can give him the inside. I do. So now I can try and push him to the 20, but the cars kind of lock bumpers catch. And then the 18 gets in the wall, gets loose. I'm trying to save him, and I put him back in the wall. And it's just kind of chaos at this time of the race after that caution. I sent it on the 41. The 41 sent the 16 into the wall. So I get the best deal out of that. I get to P2. I go from like P5 to P2. So now this 18 is chasing me again, and I know he's fast because he's been dominating all race, like I've said multiple times already. So I'm trying to sort of look at what he's doing at the same time running that outside to middle lane that I think has been working. But the more I look at it, the more I see how well he's running the inside lane. Going into this race, I thought I was going to be able to dominate using the middle to high lane, but it just wasn't working. As you can see, the 16 is if you can get any sort of speed or run into the corner, you can just rocket into it. Middle of the corner is really fast, and you can equal the run on the outside, and you've gained a tenth of a second. I get into the wall here, and I'm just kind of sitting behind the 41, this pack right in front of me. So I brake early, go to the inside, carry a lot of speed, and I actually tag the 41 who tags the 16. I have to slow down, so it doesn't help me a lot. I actually lose positions because the 17 gets the outside, but I'm able to repass him. But I have to now look ahead, try and see what I can do to get past. The 11 and 18 are battling in front. The 11 actually lets the 18 pass here, and what he's going to do for the rest of the race is defend for the 18 because he wants the 18 to get a win. The 16 comes down on me, and then since there's a tunnel, I have to get back onto the track, and me and my teammate get into it and lose positions. So now we're at the back of the pack now. We have to try and find our way back up. But the 16, who I said again was on mobile, he's in third, and this is where some of the troubles are going to start to occur. The 41 again is on my inside. He sends it on the 17, bumps him, gets a good run. Gets to the 16. He's trying to keep fine. He's on the outside. He tries going inside, doesn't work. I get to him. I get to the inside, and I'm able to actually bump him out of the way, clear him, and then I clear up, and then the 17 goes, and then the 16 goes to the inside. I'm stuck in the middle 3 wide. I don't like this. Again, the 16 being on mobile, he can't make the corner very well. It's hard as a mobile player to play a racing game, let alone be in a league. I give him a lot of respect. But it this time, while I'm racing, I'm getting mad at him because I know he's a mobile player, and in my mind, I don't think there should be mobile players at this point in time. I I've completely like now that I'm all good now, I respect him. But no, so I'm racing it back up to the 16 and the 17. I see the 16 just run the 17 off the track, and they go behind. So now I'm just kind of stuck behind everyone. They rejoined later in the race. And speaking of which, he rejoined into fourth right behind me as I was catching him. So I get a good run out of the corner on the 16. But I see 11 to go. I should probably work with the 16 to try and get up to him. But he takes a not very good line through the corner. So I just take the position. And I kind of realized I don't know how much me and him are going to be able to work together to get up into this main pack. So I just start to battle with him, see if I can get another spot. But who knows? I see the 16. He does the kind of dive bomb strategy again. It doesn't work, but I still see 10 to go coming to 9 to go, and we're catching the guys in front. I'm like, well, maybe I can work with him. But little do I kind of realize that 11, like I said earlier, is defending for the 18, and my teammate, the 41, can't do much about it. Even though he's in front, the 11 just kind of sends it on him all the time, gets his inside, and they can't do anything. 16 actually laid a really good move on me there. He gets to the inside, and he is pretty good on this inside lane. So I'm trying to force him to make a mistake, and I do. I cross him over, but the 11 gets past the 41. I put the 41 in the wall on accident, but now I'm side by side with him. We've got up to this 11 car, and the 41 at this point is really, really frustrated. He gets behind the 16 here. I'm trying to look, see if I'm clear of the 16. I'm not, but this 18 has gone pretty much away from the pack. But at this point of the race, we're just trying to see if we can catch up to the 11 and then the 18. We're trying to work on two different people. So I'm on the inside of the 16. We've caught back up to the 11 a little bit, but the 41, he's going to get frustrated here this next lap or two. He sends it into this corner to get to the inside of me, and this helps a lot for both of us because I'm able to get a run out of the corner. He gets a bit of a run, and we catch a little bit even more to the 11. So now we're just up here, and then the 16 kind of sends it into the corner on the 41. Doesn't affect him, but he gets really close to like hitting him and everything. But 5 laps to go. We keep looking at this 18 car, seeing how far away he is, and we know we're gonna have to try and make a move on this 11 the next lap or so, and we do right here. We force 3 wide. We don't know what he's gonna be able to do. 41 squeezing him down, and then the 11 pushes him up. The 16 gets in the way of the 41, and now we know for sure this race is over. Basically, the 18's got this. The 16 dives it on the 41 again, and at this point, the 41 is like boiling hot with frustration. So he's just gonna absolutely send it on the 16 and kind of retaliate, put him in the wall. He gets loose out of the corner, but it helps him a lot. No penalty was given for this somehow. I don't know how. But at this point, in my mind, I'm focusing trying to get to this 11 car, maybe get a P2. But I get there, but I don't have a good run out of the corner. I know I don't. But the more I look at this, the more I realize, I have a P3 in the first race I did, and it's shaping up to look like I'm going to get P3 again with 2 laps to go. And even though I'm frustrated that I didn't win the last race, and I'm not going to win this race, even though I definitely could have, I'm looking back at this and I'm saying it's still two really good finishing positions. I'm just trying to make sure I get it. I'm unfocused at this point, and once the 41 gets side by side with me, I regain focus. So I cross him over, bump him, and I get to the inside. I'm trying to get this third place because I know this is the only position I'm going to be able to gain. Knowing from practice, I know he wants to send it to the inside, force me to move out the track. I sit on this inside lane, make sure. I know he's going to get a run, so I just block it. And I get P3 here at Rockingham. At the time, I'm frustrated. After, I'm not.